Hey, this is Michelle, and this is a special video and shout out to the folks over at A Girl's Guide to Gettin It. Michelle asked me, the other Michelle, asked me to do like a lunchtime video to talk about weight loss and my own journey in losing 85 pounds. Um, as I'm sitting here trying to figure out what to say here, the answer is both complicated and very, very simple. I lost 85 pounds in a year by going to the gym and watching what I ate, and just changing how I interacted with food. The more complicated answer that would take a much longer video is I discovered for myself that food and my emotions and how I was living my life and how I saw my life, and then some historical personal stuff also played in how I interacted with food and how I found myself at my heaviest weight of 338 pounds. So if you want to see how I got through that process, you can check out my video diaries, and I'll put a link below that you can patch into. And if you want to, you can also subscribe to this channel so you can figure out and root around and see the various adventures I had over 2011. But for today, I'm here to talk about resolutions. 99% of the people I know have made them. Interestingly enough, this year I did not make any resolutions. I felt like whatever I had learned in 2011 was fine enough information to take into 2012, and I could continue the process that way. But I think there's probably 5 main things you need to know, or consider at least, when you're going to do your New Year's resolutions. I think you should start with writing them down. I know that sounds simplistic, but some people sometimes just think about a couple random lofty goals, and then they wonder at the end of the year why they met almost none of them. So write down your resolutions, your goals that you'd like to see manifested in your life, and then start. And for me, my goal last year was to lose 100 pounds, and so since that's a huge chunky goal, I had to then write about and try to figure out how would I go about that. And the answer kept evolving as the year went along. The obvious choices I made, like go to the gym, change the way I was eating, were the first things on my list. But by the time I got to day 365, there were like 20 million other things I had to do to lose the 85 pounds that I lost. And some of them were really, really challenging, and some were surprising, and some were kind of cool. So know that your action plan for how you're going to meet your goals is going to change. Post your resolutions somewhere you can see them. There's no reason to write them in your date book in the back page that you're never going to see anyway until you get to that part of the month, and you'll totally forget about them. So put them on your refrigerator, or on your desktop, on your computer, or on your vision board, or your altar, or whatever the thing is. But make it a visual thing that you remind yourself that you're interested in this particular case, losing weight, and that it's important to you, and so it's going to get a prime spot in your life, right? Number 3, people always dispute this, but I think tell a few trusted friends and family members what your resolutions are, because it's always helpful to be able to talk to somebody about it, especially if you find yourself falling off or frustrated with something. I chose to videotape myself during the year of 2011 and basically have a conversation with whoever was willing to watch the videos. And so I had a gigantic support network because I posted my videos publicly, and so I was always being in contact with somebody who had feedback or at least occasional there, now for me. And so tell somebody you trust that this is your goal and you want to reach it, and you'd like for them to be a part of getting it done. So write it down, put it somewhere you can see it, tell a few friends, or however you want to have an accountability situation set up that you can get some support around it. Number 4, go easy on yourself. Often when we pick these goals, maybe it's things that that we've been secretly harboring for years and years and years, and so it's rare that it's magically going to happen, and it's even more rare for you to have the skill set to reach them overnight. So give yourself a break. So what? The first month I worked out 30 days straight, literally every day I walked or went to the gym or did something, and I lost 5 pounds. I was devastated. But I gave myself a break. At the very least, I was moving. I was more aware of my food. I was, just doing step by step. And by the time the process all happened, 85 pounds had come off my body. So give yourself a break. It's not going to happen overnight. People say this all the time. You can gain the weight overnight. You're not going to lose it overnight. All right? Number 5, reassess. And maybe this is number 2, but number 5, reassess why this is your goal. Like, why is this 100 pounds important to lose? Is it for health? Is it for somebody else? Don't do that. It's a really bad reason. Why do you want to lose the weight? That's really, I suspect that's probably number 2 once you make the resolution. Why do you want to lose the weight? Because if that's not a reason you can stick to over the course of how long it's going to take to lose the weight, you're going to lose your motivation. I'll guarantee that. If you don't know why you're doing it, you'll just be a babe in the woods walking around lost in your own process. So, yeah, that's it. Making those New Year's resolutions. Write them down. Figure out why that's your goal. So let's move that to number 2. Why is that your goal? Post it somewhere you can see. Tell a couple of trusted friends. And go easy on yourself, right? Don't, beat yourself up if the process isn't going as smoothly, as quickly, as effortlessly as you imagined. But I do encourage you to keep plugging away. Every day is a new day to have a new start. Every moment on the clock is a new moment to have a new start. So I hope this is helpful. And again, check out my video diaries. I'd love to have conversations with you guys. And I look forward to talking to you again next Friday. All right, you guys have a good one. Bye.